Krami, what is up? Eroctic Dick here. In today's video we are gonna talk about SCUM base building. And by the way, I'm wearing this shirt because I sent the official DM to one of the game developers because I require SCUM shirt. Eroctic demands visual quality content on this channel. Anyways, let's talk about base building. As we already know, there is a survival skill in a game. Leveling up that survival skill, you're gonna unlock new recipes. And as you can see from this example right here, once he clicks craft on a specific item, he can see which items he can craft. And with having bigger skill in the survival, you can unlock different recipes. In this example right here, he clicked on the sharp knife and he opened crafting menu. And in this menu, he can see all the recipes that he can craft with that knife. By the way, this is outdated version of the UI recipes. They said that they're gonna revamp this whole menu so it is easier for us to understand what is happening on the screen. But the only logical thing is to think is that with the survival skill, you're gonna unlock new objects, new structures to craft. Once you unlock enough of the points in your survival, you're gonna unlock different recipes, like I already said. And in this example right here, we can see a couple of sweet juicy details. First things first, you can craft a campfire. We can see some branches right here. And right here, we can see a tent. And my guess is that there is gonna be probably two different types of tents. Tents that you can actually loot, like bigger backpacks, because you can actually craft like improvised backpacks, right? And with having enough skills in a survival skill, you can or get a blueprint so you can learn how to craft that endgame tents, or you just need a required amount of skill points in the survival, maybe advanced plus, to craft those juicy ass tents. And the reason why I'm assuming that that's the case is because there is one tent right here. As you can see, like, it is a much smaller. And there is also big ass tent right here that is gonna probably give you much more space. And for example, the another thing that you can craft is that dryer. When you put your clothes on top, it is gonna dry much faster. And there is one more juicy thing that you can craft: boxes. Boxes where you can store your items. So I would definitely recommend you to pick some skills into the survival.
But Eroctic, what about base building? You promised us base building video. I do not wanna hear about that crafting bullshit. I wanna see bases, base building.
Calm your tits, okay? Let me explain. I placed base building in a title because base building is stereotypical keyword. SCUM will not be that game that you will need to collect shit ton of resources so you can create your own base, your own town. And the reason why is because they have learned from games in the past that shit does not work. I'm gonna give you the example with H1Z1. You have a town that looks like this. And then you have a base that looks like this. A goddamn shack in the middle of a lake, man. This base does not belong on a map. It doesn't have any immersion and it looks like a modded version of a game. And let's be real, if the apocalypse happens right now, would you start collecting the junk from the scrapyard to build your own shack? Or you would use the abandoned building? It doesn't need to be your house. You would probably go on a little bit smaller town outside of a city and fortify that structure right there and survive, right? And now, before I continue, I'm gonna let developer to explain to you what they had in mind.
Can you show me how you fortify? No, fortification is currently work in progress. What you will probably have to do is we will use this blueprint. It's not our invention, but it's worked probably the best. Blueprint process where you come to the window, you set up the blueprint, and you just have to bring all the stuff, ingredients and components inside. And when you bring everything, you have fortified window.
Every single house that is in a game, you're gonna have the option to fortify it. Which means if you're playing with a big clan, you have the chance to fortify the whole town. And speaking about towns, this is the map of the SCUM. It is gonna be 12 times 12 kilometers square, and there is gonna be up to 64 people on the map. As you can see on the bottom left part of the map, southwest part of the map, we have a lot of cities right here. We have one city here, one city here, that's 100%. And now pay closer attention on these green dots right here. There is plenty of those green dots. And I'm assuming that those are residential areas where we'll be able to make our own bases. Although base fortification will not be implemented in the early access, when we will have the chance to play SCUM for the first time. House fortification is gonna come a little bit later. It is probably not that smart to go on the advanced in the survival just to go fortify the houses ASAP. And I'm gonna roll one more clip for you guys. That was the interview from the PAX East.
We don't have base building in the game. We got a lot of questions for that.
A lot of what, I'm sorry?
Questions for base building.
Oh, okay.
So can you build bases?
Yeah.
No, but what you will be able to do is fortify current buildings.
Okay.
You know, go into a house, put barricades in it, make a lock,
Nice.
maybe craft out a little stash that you'll put your stuff in.
And I start a
And if you're wondering about my opinion, should base building be implemented like on a traditional way, or do I like their system of house fortification? I'm definitely endorsing their style because it is efficient. We are gonna save a lot of time, they're gonna save a lot of time, it actually works, it is immersive, everything is perfect. Oh, and there is one more thing. We need to get 100,000 subscribers before EA, because on the EA they're gonna give the early access to the other streamers, man. I wanna be in a game, I wanna stream right off a get-go. When everyone is gonna stream on early access, I wanna stream, okay? We can do it, guys. It is only 80,000 subscribers, or no, it is only 70,000 subscribers. We have 2 weeks to achieve that goal. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Eroctic, out.